What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Lunar Trading. In this video, we're going to go over what VWAP is and how to use it properly when trading. So what is VWAP? This stands for volume weighted average price. VWAP is calculated by price times volume divided by volume, as you can see in this formula. There's more depth to this calculation that we could go into, but I don't think it's necessary when it comes to using VWAP for trading, because I can simply just turn this on in my settings just by clicking this button. So I don't have to manually calculate this throughout the day, because that would just be a headache. But when you turn it on, VWAP is just going to show as this single line. It will only appear on certain time frames, anything less than a day. Once you hit the daily time frame, it'll disappear, and the weekly and so forth. Anything underneath that, it's going to show up. But since we have gone over some of the basics of what VWAP is, now let's jump into how we can use it when trading so that we can be more successful in the market. So we need to understand how big money or institutional traders are using VWAP, since this is a big indicator that can affect these institutional traders' decisions. Ultimately, these traders are looking to identify good entries and exit points. So what is a good exit and entry? Well, from their perspective, they're using a very large sum of money that most of the time isn't their capital. So the VWAP allows these institutional traders to find a good price intraday. How so? Well, a buy order executed below the VWAP would be considered a good fill for them because the stock was bought at a below average price, which means that the trader has bought their large position at a relatively discounted price compared to the market. Now, this is vice versa if they're looking to sell. For example, if VWAP is sitting around, let's say 411, we're looking at SPY, by the way. Let's say VWAP is sitting at 411, but price comes all the way down to 405. The trader then takes a position, then that would mean that they have got a price that is discounted compared to the rest of the market, which would make any client that they have or their boss pretty happy. But let's say that they had bought around 416 and VWAP is sitting at 412, but then they go to their client or boss and tell them that they bought an above average price compared to the rest of the market, then they're not going to be as happy with them compared to if they had bought at a below average price. Not only can we use VWAP to see what institutions see, but it can help show us who is in control, either the buyers or the sellers. When price is trading above the VWAP, this can mean that the buyers are in control and that there's a higher demand. But if price is below, this can show that the sellers are in control and that there's an excess in supply. Let's go over a couple of examples. For this example, we see that the buyers try to push price above VWAP and hold control, but ultimately they couldn't, and price broke underneath. And through the rest of the day, the sellers held control, pushing price lower and lower, creating these lower highs. If you had gone short or grabbed puts when price had broken the low of day and then rode them down till the end of the day, then you could have probably profited nice on this trade. Let's look at another example. In this example, we see a situation where during the morning time, sellers had control of the price, keeping it below VWAP, but then eventually was able to break out above, came back down, tested VWAP, but buyers still held control and were able to continue that momentum the rest of the day. So if you had gone long or grabbed calls when price had broken above or had retested, then you could have profited nice on this trade if you were following the trend. But not only can VWAP show you who is in control, but it can be used as an area of support and resistance as well. And we can use this same example to show that. We can see that price continued to test VWAP in the morning, getting rejected each time before later breaking out above and testing it as an area of support before rallying higher. I'll show some more examples. Here we see price treating VWAP as the area of resistance all day long, as price can't break out above it, and it tests it multiple different times. And you can see just how accurate it can be as an area of resistance at times. So if you grabbed puts or shorted at any of these opportunities, you could have profited nice. Let's look at a bullish example. This one's a little choppy. A lot of bullish examples, not gonna lie. Here's an example of VWAP getting tested as an area of support. So we see it right along the top of it. It broke underneath for a second, trapping shorts, squeezing them on this move, but eventually price came back down, got close to VWAP, testing it practically as an area of support around here. Buyer stepping in, then pushed the price higher throughout the day. Here's another example. Price broke out above VWAP, came back down, tested it 2 different times right here, rejected off of it. Price rallied, came back later in the day, tested again, almost perfectly bounced off of it, rallied some more, came close and tested it again. We see price continue. So if you had grabbed calls at any of these areas and gone for a scalp, an intraday scalp, then you could have profited nice. So these are a couple different ways that you can be trading VWAP. Now, understanding this can help us make better decisions when we're looking to enter and exit into a position. But it's important that every trader knows that using an indicator like VWAP doesn't guarantee or mean you're going to have 100% success in the market, since the market, as we know, can be unpredictable. But this indicator is one I've implemented into my strategy and it has helped me find success in the markets. This and some other technicals as well as a psychological understanding of trading, all which I'll be covering on this channel. So subscribe for that content and comment down below if you guys use VWAP and what your trading strategy is. Also come join the Discord where I give out my trading alerts and chat with you guys. It is a great community. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Take care, everybody.